So we're both feeling a little bit stupid right now because we've just spent the last 10 minutes or so looking for the key to get us into the tiny house, only to realise that no key is required because I took the lock out when I removed the door last week. It's a good job that today we're not planning anything that requires any brain power. So we've hit the jackpot today because it's a very overcast day, so we're going to take advantage of it and do some more painting, because last week we painted the veranda structure this anthracite grey, but in daylight it just looks blue, which is not what we want. So we've decided to go for black, classic, timeless. However, that's not looking very black.
It's looking really blue. Like this tray's black. Can you see that?
Ooh.
It looks like your top. It literally looks navy.
Should we do a little tester with a bit of scrap?
There's no amount of stirring that is making this look black. So
I know that when you're creating like a rich black for printing on paper, it is more of a dark blue, so maybe there's something in that principle. See how this dries out.
it's black. I don't know what kind of alchemy has happened there, but beautiful. No blue in sight.
Right, we're gonna go ahead.
Let's roll.
So with this painted so dark, it's obviously having a big impact on the way it looks, but in the end, all we're really gonna see is the 4 columns. You're gonna get a glimpse of the outer rafters, but for the most part, you're gonna be looking at another, orange tiled roof. All the bottom is gonna be stone, so you're not gonna see too much of this. It's only when you come underneath it, but again, gonna be a sea of orange. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the tiles on and seeing the finished thing.
You need to stop calling them orange, because I just have this horrible image of a bright fluorescent orange highlighter with black, and it just makes me ew.
My apologies. Terracotta.
Terracotta. Use your proper words. The idea of using black had been suggested, I was a little bit hesitant because it just seemed like it was going to be too harsh against the stone, but now it's gone on, I am happy to say that I was wrong, because it's got a nice little bit of texture to it, so it's not shiny in the slightest, and I'd say it's giving cast iron skillet vibes. A long way down, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I knew that they were dinky seats when I got them, but I hadn't realised quite how far down it was. It's a good height though for fussing, isn't it?
I'm going to be very grateful when we don't have to do any more painting around bolts.
I know. It's the fact you've got to be really careful as well not to get it on the stone. Oh, so stressful. It's not really, it's just fiddly.
The good news though is that we're on the final stretch, so we'll bang out the ledger board, get the top half of these rafters done, and we're good to go. Come on, chop chop.
You finished already?
Yeah, only just.
No, I'm holding back the team.
Just the last little bit.
The last push, yeah. And I am glad to push this one over the line. I'm not a painter and decorator.
There's no doubt in my mind now that we made the right choice about the black. No matter which way the sun hits it, we both really like it. So very happy with that choice. We're probably gonna have to do a third coat, or second coat of the black, third coat of paint overall on the columns and also the two outer rafters, because they're the areas where it's visible, and when the sun is on it you can see that it's uneven and a bit patchy. So yeah, we'll do that, but we don't need to worry about that right now. All the rest of the rafters to be in the ledger, that's all going to be under the tile, so thankfully we're not going to paint that because we don't want to do anything more than what's necessary. And yeah, talking about having the tiles up, just had some good news that our metal is going to be delivered tomorrow for the missing rafter. So hopefully it comes early, and then we've got some time to get it cut down, get it primed, get it painted, get it fixed in place, because once that's up, then we can crack on, get the tile battens and the tiles on. When we were fitting the brackets along here on this beam at the front, we did them at the end, once the rafters were already up. The ones on the ledger board I measured out and did before, but we waited till the rafters were up to do these ones because we wanted to get them all square and evenly spaced. And yeah, when I did them, because there wasn't a rafter for this missing one, I didn't even think to put the brackets here. We just pressed on and got them all done. Well, now with the metal hopefully coming tomorrow, there's already going to be a lot to do in order to get this up, what with having to cut it, prime it, paint it. So I don't want any pesky brackets holding us up, so I'm just getting these on now. Whilst we're here, a number of you were asking, why are we using bolts to fix this together? Why are we not just using these? I mean, they're tiny, you probably can't see them from there, but they're self-tapping screws, tech screws, whatever you want to call them. Well, the answer is very simple. Here in this location, with the high winds that we have and the load of this roof, I mean, the tiles alone weigh over a ton. So that's before you factor in the metal. These screws don't have enough shear strength to resist the lateral forces and like the high winds here with this load. So there we go, simple. It's down to safety basically. We have to use a particular rating, is it 8.8 strength rating, I think it is, M12 bolt. That's what was specified, that's what we have to use. So there you go, it's all about safety. And although it's been a bit of a pain having to do all these holes in the metal, I'm never gonna have to do them again after this. And this thing is solid. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna survive a hurricane if one ever comes through. I hope it doesn't come through, but you know, we do get pretty high winds here. But yeah, this thing, absolutely zero concerns. I imagine this will outlive us, which I don't know if that's uplifting or depressing. We're all gonna die sometime.
This video is sponsored by Reolink, and this week they're celebrating their 16th anniversary. So they've sent us this to mark the occasion. Poppy's never had a frisbee before, so I don't know how this is going to go. Yay!
Get it, Pop. Get it.
They've got loads of deals on at the moment, and with summer just around the corner, maybe you've planned a trip away, so now is a perfect time to upgrade your home security. We've got several cameras around the land, but my favourite one has to be the Altus PT Ultra. So we've got it positioned here and it captures perfectly what's happening on our driveway. It always captures funny reactions from the delivery drivers as it moves and tracks them as they walk past. And then we get notifications on our phone each time because we've got the alerts set up. It produces a really high quality colour image in the daytime, but also at night, even in low light. But if you're using it in a particularly dark or gloomy spot, it has also got a backup spotlight too. The battery capacity is massive. It can last up to 540 days on a single charge, but we've got ours plugged into a little solar panel and it only needs 1 hour of sun to fully charge the battery, so we never need to think about plugging it in. So if you want some extra peace of mind when you're away from home, click our link in the description and explore Reolink's anniversary promotions, and make sure you use our code LifeByLiving5 because you'll get an extra 5% off your order.
So while Victoria's mixing up some lime mortar, I am trying to manhandle these old blue hinges out of the stone. I desperately just wanted to be able to pull them straight out and just fill the hole, but they're really wedged in. I think I'm just gonna have to resort to the angle grinder, cut it as close to the stone as possible, and just try and knock the rest back. And you might notice that I'm speaking a bit funnily today. Well, it's because I've got a really bad tooth problem. I don't know if you can actually see on camera, but I'm so inflamed here. My cheek is basically getting pushed kind of between my teeth, so I can't really say my S's very well. I'm kind of pushing my mouth to this side to try and speak. I feel like I'm playing that game where you shove all of the marshmallows in. Fluffy bunny. That's what I feel like I'm doing. I feel like I've got about 5 marshmallows hamstered back here.
So we need to get the windows prepped with lime mortar for the windows going in, surprisingly, and also around the door opening, which is quite a mess. It's definitely the worst of the options, and Ricky has, with enthusiasm, volunteered to do that one. You did volunteer, I'm not just bullying you into it because you can't talk back today.
Blink twice if I'm being held hostage.
We're trying to defy the laws of physics over here. This bit is so difficult to do. It's straight over your head for a start, so you're defying gravity, but then it's not that deep to get big stones in, and small stones just do not want to stay in. Hallelujah. Just nobody sneeze near it.
The steel tube delivery was being pushed back again to this afternoon. So I just said, do you wanna know what? I can't wait any longer. Can you just cut 2 meters off of it? And then I can just take it in 2 pieces in the van. So I've just driven back with a 4 meter length, so a meter just hanging out the back of the van. Yeah, it wasn't ideal, but we've got it now. The final rafters cut down. I also need to cut all of the tile battens down to size, and we completely forgot about this piece as well, which is crucial. We need to cut that down and clean, prime and paint that as well. That is the piece that is basically going to sit underneath the bottom of the last tile, because if you think of the tiles overlapping each other as they go up, the bottom one does not sit on a tile beneath it because it's the final row or the first row, whichever way you want to look at it. So we have to put something thicker underneath there to simulate there being a tile underneath it as well as a tile batten, and then bump it up more. So we're using that piece of tubing for that.
This metal that Ricky's fetched back is absolutely ditched. It's covered in soot and grease, so I need to give it a really, really thorough clean down before I can start priming and painting it. I'm hoping that this nice warm breeze we've got is going to be just the thing to make it all dry nice and quickly, because this afternoon, speed is the name of the game. It's prime time. Gosh, I've done too much painting.
to go. That's it. Okay.
Enough.
Yep.
Back to me.
Okay.
We're in. I think it's safe to say that we're both very happy to see that final rafter has gone up smoothly. It's been quite the saga. We've got ambitious plans for today. By the end of the day, we are aiming to have a fully tiled roof. It's all going to hinge on how smoothly things go, but we're staying optimistic.
I need gloves on, these are sharp.
Oh, I realise.
We're taking our time here with this first batten, making sure it gets laid out properly because this prep work is crucial. Just making sure that it's, you know, perfectly perpendicular to the rafters, so it's all square, because that's going to dictate the line that our rows of tiles come off at. So we need to make sure that's straight. But yeah, that's all in, secured. It feels super strong. Now we need to move to the front one, which is a bit trickier because we also need to figure out the overhang of the tile from the rafters. What is that?
That's more.
Yeah, that is more. Three, 3, 6, 5. So, well, the permissible gauge is 35 to 39, with the optimal being 37. So 9 rows, 37.3.
Perfect. And that's one less than we thought we might have had to do.
Yeah. So I've just cut down these. They're basically a spacer to go between the different tile battens. It's just gonna save us some time, and yeah, we need to save all the time we can today because Victoria's not feeling particularly well. My tooth and cheek is only getting worse and the swelling is getting worse. Victoria said to me yesterday, yeah, it is bad. You look disfigured. Which makes me sound like I'm the elephant man.
I said it with love, and I had just inspected the inside of your mouth with a teaspoon.
It's not looking good.
Come on, Hammy. Those screws might be self-tapping in name only, because your face tells another story.
What does that mean?
Why are you going almost purple with exertion?
It's hard.
Is it all just for show? That reminds me, I need to get you some prunes. So we wrapped up fairly early yesterday. We were both feeling pretty crummy. Ricky with his wisdom tooth, and me, I just really didn't feel like I got enough juice in the tank to do the tiles. But today is a different matter. Before we wrapped up though, we did get all of the tile battens on and secure, plus this extra slightly taller beam at the front, which is going to stop that row of tiles from drooping down and just looking a bit sad. I think we might need a few more tiles than that, matey.
I'm just checking because we've got an old batch of tiles from when we did the roof. So the veranda's going to be made up of half of those. Then we've got another lot delivered, and basically, if you come here, you can see this date. So all these terracotta tiles get stamped with a date of when they were produced. So we've got a few different dates here. The ones from when we did the roof, these were made in March 23. This one from the latest batch was September 24, but we've also got ones in there that were made this year. So they obviously have slight variations. So I'm just checking that they all interlink okay, and everything seems to be fine.
Tickety-boo.
Tickety-boo. So here we have all of our end tiles. So we've got right here the left-hand one. So you can see ordinarily you would have these slots so the continuing tile next to it can lock in. These ones don't have it, they're finished, so you get a nice edge. These are our right-hand finishing ones, and these differ because they have this part cut out. You see, ordinarily the tiles have this, but because this is going to be on the right hand edge and it's going to have a half tile underneath it, it needs that space for the half tile to join, so that's what makes them different. And then we have our half tiles. So again, similar to the other left hand ones, these are our left hand half tiles, and as you can see, it doesn't have the interlocking part. And then these are our right hand ones, half tile with the locking piece there. One thing that's a bit annoying is that we are one short on the left hand ones, because as you can see from these, they are filthy. These are the type of things that sit in a warehouse for ages. They're not necessarily the most popular. People tend to just cut a tile in half and have a bit of a shoddy finish, but we didn't want that, so they end up being low on stock. So we're currently waiting, I mean we've been waiting for weeks now, but we're going to be one short. Enjoying that bit of shade?
Yeah, we're making the most of it. What a transformation.
So that's the first row, all laid out, and we've got to do that just to make sure that it's evenly spaced and that the overhang on each end is going to be equal and then line up with the edge of the building. Annoyingly, we still have to take all of these off because all of the perimeter tiles need screwing in, but before we do that, we need to get all the edge tiles up here just to make sure it gets us lined up with the corner of the building. I've just realised.
What?
We don't need to remove this front row. I can see every single...
result.
Yeah, right. Phew.
It takes a lot of effort to get all of the tiles up and lifted. We have got over 1,000 kilograms of tile to get up there, and especially in this heat, it does get the blood pumping. But this job is, in some ways, the biggest part of the whole project. But actually laying the tiles, it is so quick and it's the biggest transformation by far. Goodness me, I am a sweaty, sweaty pig lady. There's a good reason that terracotta pots are good for cooking in. Who ordered the slow roasted Ricky?
My knees are so hot. We brought a cushion down, but like, I'm just moving all around the place.
Hot cooked knees.
God, it's so hot, isn't it?
We need drinks.
Yeah, nearly halfway.
Nearly halfway. Whoop whoop. Can I hear a whoop whoop? Whoop whoop.
Frankie. Keep going. One last push.
We are done. I can't get over how just a few tiles above my head makes this whole space feel completely different. With the bigger projects like this, we normally every step of the way just have our head down, focused on that one particular part of the job, and you're not really thinking too much about the bigger picture. But yeah, you look at it now and quite impressive. Like, I'm actually impressed. I kind of can't really believe that we built this.
I'm so pleased that we decided to build it, and I'm so pleased that it's done now.